and welcome to Thrive with Julia. I'm here today with my dear friend Adam Higgs, who's flown all the way over to the USA from Spain to be with us. Thank you.
Viva España.
Thanks, Adam. I'm so glad you're here. And Adam is a psychic and a healer. And he's been coming over to do healing sessions at my house. Is it about 14 years now, I think,
Yeah,
isn't
something
it,
like
Adam?
that, yeah.
Really long time. And everyone loves him, so he keeps coming. And we've had about 50, 60 people come to see him, I think, this time even. So he's very popular and he does amazing work. So I've invited him here today to talk to all of us about energetic hygiene, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first of all, Adam, I wanted to ask you, because people are always curious, they say, have you always known you've had this gift, or how did it develop for you?
I didn't have any comprehension of what I had until I was about 30.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So you were just an ordinary bloke doing your life.
I've never been ordinary, but I was, yes, I was unaware. That's a better way to put it.
Okay, and then what happened to change things for you?
I went for a reading with my mum.
Okay.
I'd broken up with my girlfriend. She said, "Come along, let's go for a reading. It'll cheer you up."
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it didn't cheer me up because the woman really was not attuned to me.
Oh.
And she said to me, "You've got something special. Come along to my session with me. I do a circle every week." I said, "How many women are there in your circle?" She said, 9. I said, "They all like you?" She said, "No." I said, "I'm in."
So you went for the women?
I went for the women.
Okay.
My
Sounds like
motives
you.
are not pure of heart or spirit by any means.
They weren't then anyway.
No, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so she got you going, and you did because I know in England often the tradition is that you sit in circle with people, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And you basically, she guided you into discovering your gifts.
Yeah, well, it's an educational process, and then it's a progressive process.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
you start off with nothing, and then you build up and you build up, and you get to a certain level, and then you usually leave to form your own circle.
Okay, which is what you ended up doing.
Well, that's what I ended up doing, yeah.
And I believe you were eventually on TV as Ireland's top psychic, right?
I
when
was
you lived in
eventually on
Ireland?
TV as Ireland's top psychic, yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. So people also always ask, how did you meet Adam? And I'll tell you that story because it's quite an interesting one, how I feel spirit works in our lives. So I was teaching a Tantra workshop in Hong Kong at a healing center. And Adam was also working at this same center giving readings. And I remember I'd gone to the bathroom and I was walking down this long corridor, and this person was walking towards me down this long dark corridor, and I felt this whoosh of energy just rush into my system. I mean, it was like a jolt. And he walked by me, went to the bathroom, and then I looked on the wall and there was a picture of this man saying Adam Higgs, psychic healings and readings. And I thought, oh, that must have been him. So I thought, well, I'm just going to wait a moment till he comes out of the bathroom because maybe I should say hello to him. And so it sort of went like, "Hi, I'm Julia." And he went, "Hi, I'm Adam," right?
Exactly.
And where do you live? "You live in Santa Barbara." I said, "I live in Sacramento. Do you want to come and do readings at my house?" And he said yes, gave me his phone number, and that was it. He was there a month later, and the rest is history.
It is.
Yeah. And that's how spirit works in a way, isn't it? Like, for me anyway, if there's somebody important, I feel it viscerally in my body, somebody who I'm meant to meet. Has that happened for you too? Do you feel
Saying,
it?
"I met you." Of course it does.
Oh, well, there, okay. Yeah. So anyway, our topic, like we said, is energetic hygiene, because I know Adam's always busting my chops about that. And tell us, first of all, what is energetic hygiene, Adam?
Being aware that not everything in this world is of beauty and positivity.
Right. In other words, there's a lot of negative garbage in the world.
As I say, there's a lot of toxic crap, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we want to get rid of that and we want to protect against it. That would be the idea.
We don't even want it in the first place.
No, okay. So first of all, how would people know if they're full of negativity and they have bad energetic hygiene?
You become very sluggish, it's hard to focus, you feel like you're walking around with a grey fog, and that's your life really. You're just existing, you're not really living.
Right, so you've lost your vitality.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, and I don't know, but I know for me, if I've had some of that, I often get stomach issues, like there's some physical stuff that can happen too.
Physical manifestation, yeah.
Yeah. So it's really important for our well-being and for us to thrive that we clear this, isn't it?
Yes, and you continue to be aware, and if you're aware, you can put protection up, and then it really doesn't affect you to that percentage-wise, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know one of the first things you talk about is being grounded, because you notice that a lot of us, we're just not grounded, are we?
A lot of people are etheric, so that they're away with the fairies, you know?
Yeah.
They're not really grounded to the earth, you know?
I'm a bit like that. Sometimes.
Quite a lot
like that. Yeah. Air sign, you know.
You know,
Yeah.
and that comes down to, you know, emotionality and sensitivity and empathy, which is great to have it, but it's a blessing and a curse, really.
Right, because sometimes people who have those gifts find it hard to ground into the earth. Right?
Exactly, yeah.
So how should people ground into earth?
The easiest way is to put your feet on the earth and then to pull the energy up.
Okay, and actually literally the feet on the earth. So you don't mean like standing on concrete or you're really on soil or grass.
If you've got nothing better than concrete, if you think about it, concrete's made out of earth.
Okay.
You know, but preferably earth is earth, and concrete's second best. You know.
Right. So like feet on something like sand would be great if you're by the ocean, or in the woods. You put your feet on the soil, and the grass and all that.
All that sort of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, because when we were kids, we would always be running around barefoot, right, and playing in the meadows and the lawns. And I don't know about you all, but I know as I got older, I tended to wear shoes more, and I tended to just not put my feet down.
If you think about it, if you've had a hard day at work and you come in, what's the first thing you do?
Put my feet up with a cup of tea.
You take your shoes off.
Oh, well, yeah, you take your shoes off.
And in the old days, you would have had tile, you would have earthen floors, and you would have just put your feet down on the floor and just relaxed.
Right, but now we've got carpet and other substances.
Carpet and mats and all sorts of stuff that all insulate, so it's really hard to get that connection.
I see. Okay.
You know?
Yeah. So it's insulating that earth energy coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know?
But let's just say you live in a high-rise building and it's winter and you really can't put your feet on the earth. Could you just imagine like rooting down with that and pull up energy with your intention?
You've got to understand most high-rise buildings are made out of concrete.
Well, so that's okay.
So that's okay. If you've got tile on concrete, then you just imagine that energy coming up through the concrete, through the tile, and up through you.
Right, but you've got to use your intention and your imagination to pull it up.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there will be a certain amount that comes up, but maybe it's not enough to give you that boost.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And why is it so important that we're always connected with Earth?
Well, because we come of Earth. We are composed of Earth. We're not composed of sky elements.
Right.
You know? When we pass and we rot down, we become Earth. Everybody goes back to the Earth.
Well, okay, I know that, but why else? I mean, it's because we feel better?
No, it's a really effective energy. It's effective energy to use. It's the effective energy that's compatible with us.
Okay.
You know? You can go for a lot longer if you're using an earth energy than if you're using an etheric energy.
When you say go a lot longer, you mean you can feel vital for longer?
Yes, definitely.
All right.
You know, if you think about people that live, you know, for an extraordinary amount of time, they usually live somewhere where they're very earthed.
Okay. Yeah, like in the mountains or by the oceans of Tokyo, of Japan.
Yeah, Okinawa and the Urals and all down there, you know.
Okay.
So it's that earth energy, and they drink water that's full of earth energy.
Ah, yeah. Sure, the water we drink's important.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. And you're also saying that there's a stone we can wear.
Oh yeah, you can use Labradorite. Labradorite's great for absorbing toxic rubbish.
Okay.
You know, it's cheap, it's available. Use between 12 and 14 carats and hang it just over your heart.
Okay.
You know?
So Labrador, like the dog. So Labradorite.
Right, yeah.
Okay. What colour is it? Do you know?
It's greenish and all that sort of thing. Or you could, if you've got EMF problems, you know, with electromagnetic frequency, you can use Shugnite.
I've never Shugnite. How do you spell that? S-H-U...
S-H-U-G... N-I-T-E.
I never heard of Shugnite. That's a new one. Okay.
That comes from the Korean peninsula in Russia.
Okay. All right. Well, never heard of that one. So let's talk a little bit about other ways to clear your negative energy from your aura, let's say. What else could we do?
California white sage.
Oh, yeah, no, it grows everywhere here, doesn't it?
It does, it's free. You just dry it, light it, and kaboom, it takes away 80 to 90% of what's around you, and then do the room at the same time. Clockwise 3 times, and then the corners.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, saging, of course, is a Native American tradition. The Native Americans knew that, and they did it.
Yeah.
So
we've lost more than we've gained.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're also always telling me about the Epsom salt bath.
Oh, the Epsom salts are wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, they really do cleanse the etheric field. You know, you can put them in, run the bath, and just lay yourself down, and it not only pull out energetic energy, but it also pull out toxins as well.
Okay.
So you're getting 2 for the price of 1.
And how long should you stay in the bath?
About 20 minutes.
Okay.
Unless you fall asleep and it becomes 2 hours.
Okay, 20 minutes sounds good. Yeah.
20 minutes, as hot as you can bear, really.
Yeah.
You know, so that really does draw it out, opens up the pores and all the rest of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. I love my Epsom salt bath. I know when I've had intense body work or energetic work, that's what I do. I always lie in the bath because it just sort of continues the process of letting go and detoxing, doesn't it?
It does, definitely.
So anytime somebody, or even if you've worked out hard, I would think that's helpful, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does, yeah.
Okay. So we want to talk a little bit about how to stop this negative energy even coming into us. I mean, we know it's all around. Unfortunately, we live in quite a negative planet. So what sort of things could we do to protect ourselves from this energy coming into our field?
Well, the easiest thing to do really, of course, is just to switch off.
Okay, and explain what that means.
Okay, so most people around us are switched on. That's how they function, that's how they live, okay?
You mean their whole system is saying, yes, 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 anything can enter. Is that what you mean?
Well, to a degree, but I mean, you're not going to, I say yes, yes, yes to demonic possession.
Well, we hope not, but sometimes these things happen too. So
they do, but usually with help.
Okay, but let's just go to what you mean by switched on and off, because I'm not clear on that.
Okay, so if you're walking up to somebody, okay, and you're going to be interacting with their energy, okay? Now, if that person is depressed or angry or not happy, okay, when you go towards them, depending on the person, you're already being affected by that energy.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you can just imagine in your head a big switch and put it down and turn it off, you're no longer affected by the energy.
Oh, it's almost like it sort of creates a shield or something.
Well, you're switching off the receptor.
Okay.
So if you switch off the receptor, you can no longer receive.
So it's almost like you need to imagine a giant switch, and the name on the top is receptor, and then you're pulling that switch down.
Yeah, to turn off.
And then you're not vulnerable to people's garbage coming into you.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
You can think of it as a master switch, so it turns off that sensitivity, that empathy, and everything else.
Well, that's an amazing tool, because I'm thinking of a lot of my friends who are therapists or massage therapists even, and if they're not careful, they're working closely with people, they're very vulnerable, aren't they? Or nurses even.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yeah, anyone. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And if you're going to visit somebody that's ill in hospital, and usually you can walk in and feel great and walk out and feel terrible, because people in distress will come out and come into your energy and drain you down.
For sure, and people in distress, and I know there are some people who I'm acquainted with who tend to drain me anyway. I sort of call them energy vampires.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And I just feel so drained if I'm around them.
Yeah, so if you switch yourself off, then they won't get anything at all.
Okay, wow, that's amazing, because it's so simple, isn't it? It's a simple technique, and we could all just do it.
Exactly.
So much of this is back to our own intentionality, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Really? And how we are master of our field.
How we're master of ourselves.
Well, yeah, ourselves, including our energy field.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how else can we stop energy transference? I know you've spoken about you've got to watch your crown chakra being open or closed, right?
The crown chakra is really susceptible to alcohol, drugs, anything like that, because we're naturally given defences.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, there would be lots of people with lots of problems. But people that do, what's the one that they take the tea? What's that called?
Tea, I mean ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca, that's it. That is not a good thing to be taken. It leaves you totally defenceless, okay, for an extended amount of time. And you might as well put a sign up and say, come in now, whoever wants to.
Okay. And you say, and so the whoever wants to, there's all kinds of energies, entities from other realms that do try to get in and mess with our field, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And
we don't want that. Doesn't feel good.
No, doesn't feel good, and it doesn't give you any quality of life.
No. Okay, so we need to make sure we keep our crown chakra closed. And drugs and alcohol is one thing, but you've also said be careful how you hug.
Hugging.
Because in California, we love to hug everybody. I know I do. I love to hug my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's why in England we never hug, we only shake hands.
Or it's namaste in India, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. But see, hugging is a potential minefield.
Tell me more.
Okay. So when you hug somebody, you go chakra to chakra. That's your energy points down here. Okay. And when you do that, automatically you open up.
Okay.
Okay. And of course, if that person's depressed, angry, whatever, having a bad day, you're opening up to that energy and receiving that energy.
Okay. What if you switch yourself off first? Could you do that?
You can do that, definitely.
Okay.
So
because I still want my hugs,
Oh.
Yes.
So, if you use the tools that you've got, you can actually switch yourself off, have a hug, and not feel the ill effects. But if you don't, you have a chance of getting ill effects.
Okay.
And the secret to life is to keep away that toxicity.
Yeah, that's not good to have. Basically, bad energy hygiene. That's what you're calling negative toxicity. Yeah. Okay. So, what else have we got to be careful of, Adam? Can you think of any other ways where we're vulnerable?
Well, of course, we're vulnerable if we're too sympathetic with people.
Oh.
Of course, that's energy.
Okay.
You don't have to hug. You could be sitting there listening to people's problems. That's still an energetic transference. And as I always say to people, unless you're a life counsellor, don't immerse yourself in their toxicity. It's better to send them to a life counsellor.
Somebody who's a professional, and hopefully they can protect themselves from the energies, or they're
that doesn't really matter. You're just not picking it up.
Yeah, okay. So we've got to pick our friends carefully.
Yes. And of course, people say, well, this person's my friend. Actually, they're just an acquaintance. And acquaintances don't really care. They just are there for the energy.
Sure. Yeah. Some people just want to suck it.
Some people just want to suck it down.
Because they feel so depleted.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's really important that as you go through life, you're aware of A, your own energy, and B, how not to get a transference of negative energy from other people.
Sure, absolutely. Oh, I'm taking a deep breath there because, I've always been open and huggy, and that's been my personality. And I know I've gotten into trouble sometimes because I have picked a lot up. So I'm listening hard here. Yeah.
I wish you would.
I know. He has to come and clear it all out of me. But let's talk just briefly about that too. So I know you also do a lot of clearing of the emotional field, right? So we all carry traumas and we've picked them up during our lives. And Adam has an amazing gift of being able to pull that out of people energetically very quickly, simply and easily. And it doesn't come back, is my experience of it.
Yeah, no, it can't come back. Once you remove the energy, then the energy doesn't boomerang back. It's disposed of and it's gone. Well, unfortunately, most people are imprinted and patterned when they're very young.
Right.
And they repeat those patterns and those imprintations all through their lives.
Unless somebody helps them to clear, and they get very conscious about it and do something about it.
Some people can do it by themselves, but that is very, very few people. then usually you need an intervention to enable yourself to break that pattern, break that imprintation, and then re-imprint yourself. And that's really important. You've got to realise that even when you get rid of it, you're not finished. You then have to reinvent yourself as a person you want to be and the person you aspire to be.
Otherwise, the same garbage could come back.
Otherwise, you just end up with no garbage and nothing, because you're nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, it's like having a blank floppy disk in your laptop.
Floppy disk is about 20 years ago, but anyway, it's
Well,
all right,
whatever.
Adam. Yeah, we're a little behind the times technologically sometimes.
No, we're not even anywhere near the times technologically,
right.
darling.
Okay, so yeah, and it's so important that we clear our field, basically.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you all, but you know, I can now my field has been cleared because Adam's worked on me for years. I can feel it so clearly when I'm around people who don't have a very clear field. I mean, you can just feel it in them, can't you?
It's a bit. I mean, and the thing about emotional toxicity is that it affects your body.
Yeah.
You know, it really will bend your body out of shape.
Well, it'll literally put my spine out when I've got
Yes.
some emotional stuff. I mean, Adam can measure me and my fingers are like this. My feet, if he pulls them, are like this. You know, so my spine shows my spine is out. And then when Adam pulls the negative energy out of me, he shows me, you come back in. And the chiropractor can fix me only temporarily because the root cause is there's some emotional stress or negativity that's stuck in my field, and unless that's pulled out, it's going to continue to pull the back out, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit like having a tree that's been pulled over by ivy. You can pull the tree straight by physical, but the ivy will still pull it back, and until you dig the roots out the ivy, it can't go back to where it's meant to be.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's really important to get this work done, and I'm so grateful to you, Adam, that you've helped me with it, because I know I feel completely different, so much lighter and clearer, because I've had my field cleared and I continue to get it cleared regularly. And Adam does come twice a year to the USA to do healings and readings for people. And he's also available on WhatsApp anytime, anywhere, because he lives in Spain normally. So we'll put in the notes how you can contact Adam, and I'll put his website in the notes if you're interested to have him work with you at all or check you for any reason or give you a reading. And that's what your service is all about, pretty much.
Yeah,
right?
and it's interesting that, you know, through WhatsApp people are doubtful, but I do people over the world. Energy's energy.
Yeah. So, you know, if he can see you, that's great through the WhatsApp or, you know, some kind of visual. And then he literally puts you on the table, but your etheric body on the table, and he can still work it just as well. And in my experience, I've had him do that many times. It's just as effective as if he's physically with me.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing. Yeah, we have the technology.
We do.
We do.
We can rebuild it.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Adam, for being here today
My
and
pleasure.
sharing all your wisdom. And we'll look forward to chatting with you again, perhaps another time soon.
Exactly.
All right. Bye-bye.
Toodles.